I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. Today I'm going to do a short video with some tips to help you get the best experience from your shaving. For people new to traditional shaving, it's different than shaving with your Gillette or your Mach cartridge. Shaving with a safety razor, or a double-edged razor as it's sometimes called, it's a little different, and it can be intimidating for people who never used it before. Now, I want to remove the intimidation factor from using a safety razor, because if you follow these tips, this razor is just as safe as any razor you've ever used before in the past. So to get started, tip number one would be to always wash your face thoroughly before you shave. Preferably using La Dolce Grind's facial soap. Washing your face, preferably probably once or twice, with fairly warm water to help hydrate and cleanse your skin. That'd be the first thing that I would suggest. Number two, you want to learn the facial, how your facial hair grows, the growth patterns. The traditional or most simplest method is to feel your skin to kind of get an idea of what's with the grain and against the grain. Traditionally, first and foremost, the straight down would be considered your first pass. It's the most comfortable. You're going to remove your hair in layers. So the first layer is by coming straight down across the face. The second pass, which is going to be from ear to chin on both sides, ear to chin, that's going to be a little more aggressive, but not too aggressive to be irritating to the skin. Okay, and then if your face can stomach it, or it's not too unbearable, you can go from chin to ear. Okay, that would be a third pass, or some people go directly from up against the grain if you don't have sensitive skin, or if you're not prone to ingrown hairs. Okay, now when using the safety razor, now I removed the blade from this razor for safety purposes, but when you use the razor, you want to acquire a 30-degree angle. Now what that kind of looks like is, now this would be considered zero angle. Okay, when you come up, let me turn my face, you come up, this would be considered 30 degrees. Okay, so this would be no angle, this would be about 30 degrees. Now when you're shaving, you want to use short strokes. You do not apply pressure, allow the razor to do the work. So basically, making sure you don't use any pressure, because like I said, the razor is weighted properly, and the blade is sharp enough to where it does the work by itself. Unlike a cartridge razor, you do not have to press or apply pressure. So you want to maintain your angle. So this 30-degree angle, you want to maintain it. So you don't want to bend your wrist. You want to allow the razor to go with the contours of your face. Always maintain the 30-degree angle. As you do this more and more, you'll get the hang of it, because the razor will sing, as they call it. You'll hear it clipping the hairs. If you have no angle at all, you won't clip any. You won't hear the clipping of the hairs. So you'll get, as your technique gets better and better, you'll become much more efficient. So be patient with yourself. As your technique gets better, your shaving results will get better over time. So don't think that you have to get super perfect shaves right out of the gate. It will take you, as a learning curve, about a week or two or so to develop your technique. So that would be my biggest tips with the razor itself. To ensure you rinse as you are shaving. I personally, when I shave one side of my face, I use one side of the razor. I turn the razor around and use the other side when I shave the other side of my face. Once again, I used one side of the razor because it's a double-edged razor. I use one side to shave one side of my face. I flip the razor around and I shave the other side of my face. I shave in quadrants. My face, other side, my face, rinse, my neck, flip the razor, my neck. Very important as the razor gets full of shaving cream, you want to rinse it out to give yourself the razor the best chance to keep it clean, so that it will give you a nice, effortless, and clean, comfortable shave. Secondly, when you definitely want to soak your brush in hot water prior to, while you're washing your face. Soak your brush in hot water. That's going to loosen up the bristles to allow them to penetrate the soap, and it's going to allow them to retain the water, because the water is what helps build your lather. And a third tip: after you shave, wash your face. I know that people may not think to do this, but wash your face after you shave using La Dolce Grinds facial soap. It won't dry out your face, but it is, you want to clean it. You want to get any of the debris, excess hair out of your pores. Okay. Then you can rinse it with cold water if you prefer, or you can just use our skin detox right after that on a cotton swab to detoxify and get any remaining bacteria off of your skin. Then at that point, you use our aftershave balm to apply the healing and soothing aspects of our aftershave balm to your face. These are some shaving tips. I hope they help. Be sure to check out our other videos as far as things and techniques as far as your shaving, that you may in turn get a perfect shave. Here's to the perfect shave.